What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gamers at Large podcast, episode 117. We got tonight with us Quan.
What's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there?
We also got Liger.
What's poppin', man? What's cracking?
And Dr. Feelgood.
Heyo.
All right, so tonight we're talking, since Halloween is basically tomorrow, we're talking horror and horror video games and horrible video games. So whichever you want to go with.
Wow.
We'll also be talking about some horrible movies and horrible TV shows as well. I mean, horror related, not horrible.
That's not what you said.
So that leads me to believe you want to talk about X-Men Apocalypse.
No, no. I've already talked
See?
about. Why would I talk about X-Men Apocalypse? I already talked about them. Superman Returns.
Wait, you said horrible movies, so I just
Superman Returns. Superman Returns. I don't see what the problem is with that. All right.
Oh, wow.
And since Quan is back, we're gonna let him start off with a couple of them that he mentioned before we started.
Okay, Superman 64. Honorable mention, Aquaman Battle for Atlantis.
I will
play
give
that
you
one.
Superman 64.
And as far as movies are concerned, Spider-Man 3. That emo Spider-Man. Come on, let's be for real.
You know you like that dance scene.
And any movie where you can screw up Topher Grace, you got issues.
Wow.
Hey, I can't even argue that.
I was gonna
Exactly.
say, that's why I said, wow, you can't do it, you can't.
And I'm gonna tell you something right now. Topher Grace should have been Spider-Man / Peter Parker in the first place.
I can give you that.
Yeah, because come on now, that 70s show, he practically was Peter Parker throughout the whole thing.
Because he damn sure didn't look like Eddie Brock. So yeah. Okay, all right. Liger, what about you, man?
Games. Well, I could give one game that I it's kind of horror in a way, but the one game I ever returned in my life, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, wow.
Hey, that was
Oh yeah,
horrible.
with guns.
With guns. That was horrible.
Oh, my Lord.
That was horrible. I'm sorry. That was scary. That was scary. That's the first game I ever returned ever.
The only time Sonic ever belongs with guns is when he's called Jazz Jackrabbit.
Honorable mention, not horrible, but it, just because it's so tacky, is the rap for Knuckles in Pumpkin Hill.
Oh, for Sonic Adventure 2?
Sonic Adventures, yeah. Sonic Adventures 2, you're right, yeah. I don't mention for that, but game wise, I mean, as bad, no, but you know, movies wise, I'm with Quan. I'm with Quan 100%. That Spider-Man 3, watched it once, and that tarnished me from watching that stuff. It was just horrible. And if anything, I mean, Halloween mostly for me is like I don't get scared easily now, really. So back then it would be like the original Chucky, original Jason, the original Michael Myers with what was it again?
Jamie Lee
Curtis.
Yeah, but what's the movie called again?
Halloween.
Halloween, yeah, the original Halloween. I like all that stuff because I was young, and yeah, so those were.
No. I got a classic one for you. John Carpenter's The Thing, the original.
Yeah. I saw that too when I was young. So yeah, like then, yeah, because like right now for me, movies has gotten they've tried to be grotesque more than just be scary. They just try to
do their PG-13. Whenever you have horror movie and you have PG-13 in front of it, that should tell you it's gonna be stupid.
Well, I ain't got a problem being stupid, but I just don't like to be. You don't show me all the bloods and guts. So don't try to gross me out. Just scare me. Some people just have a fear of stuff like that, and a fear, but that's not a natural fear. That's affection that you don't want to see you don't want to see your insides outsides.
Oh, come on, just admit it. You like the 80s horror movies because of the scream queens and the gratuitous nudity.
That's why I like
what the hell are you talking about? Like,
that's why I like
watching that stuff. Well, I didn't do that because my mom would never let me watch that kind of stuff. So no.
You ain't had an uncle or a father or something?
I have brothers.
I have a father and uncle, but I live with my family, and they didn't. And again, 7:00, my boy was in bed. That was it. No more, no later.
And somehow I still got to watch Nightmare on Elm Street.
My dad had me watching
Nightmare on
Reanimator.
Elm
So
Street.
come on now.
I love that franchise, man.
Nancy.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, I don't mention Tales of the Crypt Keeper. When I got to come to America and saw a couple of that car. I wasn't with my family. I was with my cousin and them, and they watched that. And then that was a little scary for me. I was like, what, maybe 10 years old? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Feel good.
Are we talking about good movies or bad?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
We're having
What
fun.
scared you the most?
Okay,
What scared you the most?
I will give you guys a guilty pleasure of mine. 13 Ghosts.
You actually watched that?
I actually like it. I know it's not perfect,
It's a
but
guilty pleasure.
I actually like it, man. The Jackal was a beast.
Dude, I thought that movie, when you opened it, it was like Raiders of the Lost Ark. It would melt people's faces.
But that's my guilty pleasure, though. 13 Ghosts. The movies I don't have any respect for today because they're taking it too far. They made like I think 4 or 5 of them. What's it called?
So
How they're recording in their house.
Oh, Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, Paranormal Activity. Yeah,
That's scary.
but you know what though? I actually did like the first one. It was cool, but then they start releasing them every year. It's like, okay, this is getting out of hand.
Well, I think what the problem was with that one though was the first one because it was a new thing, so it was new to everybody. But
and they started capitalizing on it.
But
basically, it's now the new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
more or less.
Way too far.
Do you remember the original Don't Be Afraid of the Dark?
You say, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah. Do you remember Are You Afraid of the Dark, the original one? The 1970s version.
I
The little tomato-headed looking gremlin things.
No,
I don't know what to call those things.
yeah.
Does Saw count as horror?
Saw is torture porn.
Yeah, Saw kind of counts as it because
That's
I
why-
set it up.
If that's the
That's why they
case, I
said
do
that.
love Saw. I love Saw.
The first one, yeah. After that, I didn't like it no more.
I would say
Hostel.
the first 3 are the best, and after that, it just kind of goes downhill. But
Hostel.
the first 3 are the best ones.
What about Hostel?
Oh, I love Hostel.
The first Hostel I like. I got mad at the second
Yeah.
Hostel because the dude that got away in the first one got caught. That pissed me off.
Yeah, I hadn't seen the second one, but I love the first one. When that
Trust me,
dude
the
cut his
opening-
Achilles tendon, I was like, oh, damn. He said, yeah, get up and run. He says, yeah, you can go. And he cut his, I'm like, oh, dude, that's messed up. You don't tell someone to run, and then you cut their Achilles tendon.
Yeah, you do. That's called hilarity.
Dude, no,
It's kinda messed up.
dude, Jay, come on now. Isn't that
It's called
a
hilarity.
gamer tag?
Have y'all never seen anything by Looney Tunes?
Oh Lord. Yeah, that's if Looney Tunes was mixed with fruit. What are you on about? Dang, talking about some cutting people's ankles and hobbling them?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but that right there, man, I'm sorry. I was watching Hustle when he did that. I said, dude, that is like the ultimate troll.
What about the chick with the eyeball? That was pretty bad.
I was about to make a Walking Dead reference right then.
I don't have to
Oh,
agree.
leave Glenn alone. Leave Glenn alone.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're forgetting about one major iconic franchise here, and I think actually it didn't start getting bad till the last few movies. Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah.
Well, Friday the 13th kind of got me because I've always said this. I'm like, how in the hell can Jason be walking and catch people running full speed?
I don't know,
think he
man. That
teleported
teleportation
sometimes.
though.
Don't want to say it.
That teleportation though.
Or he's supposed to be like 6'8", 7 feet tall. How the hell is he fitting in the back of an escort?
Dude, okay, you going too far.
No, I'm not. These are
He said, "How'd you fit
relevant
the back of an
questions.
escort?"
These are relevant questions. Right?
Oh Lord.
I'm like, does he have like a smaller brother or an assistant that helps him out? That's how he gets in the back of the. Because there ain't no way in hell he should fit in the back of that car.
Dude, for all we know, Puppet Master's in league with him.
Probably.
Who remembers that franchise?
That one,
That one, it was creepy more than it was scary.
yeah. It
I
was
actually like Puppet
weird.
Master though. Puppet Master was fun. It was funny.
Yeah.
It's one of those guilty pleasure movies.
Okay, so let's talk about this because one thing that I actually like the video. Well, I actually like some of the games in this particular video game series. I freaking hate the movies, but
Right.
Resident Evil.
Oh my god!
Now I like 1, 2, 4, and Revelations. I can't stand any of them Paul W.S. Anderson movies. I'm sorry, the movies are horrible.
Okay, let me help you out with Resident Evil 1. Go on YouTube and type Resident Evil in a nutshell. I'll wait. Take a look. Just take a look. There you go. That's pretty much it.
You're right about that. But that's the thing. Like I'm sitting up here and I'm like, and I have people like try to argue me down about how great that franchise is, and I'm like, dude, no, it isn't. I'm like, especially now, it just looks like people in bad cosplay. I've seen people at Awesome Con in better freaking Resident Evil attire than what's in the movies. That's sad.
Let me tell you something right now. If they would have sat up there and took the approach that they did with the remake of Resident Evil on the GameCube with the actual movie, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. But we all know Paul W.S. Anderson ain't gonna do that, and that's just the way it is. Now, I did like the CGI movies they did in Japan, Damnation and Degeneration. I thought they were very well done. But them live action movies, nah, hell nah. I haven't liked one of them yet, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna watch this last one because I just don't see any reason at this point. I mean, seriously, it's just at this point I already know what's gonna happen. Mila Jovovich's gonna go down the hallway. She's gonna do some slow motion. It's probably gonna be like 3 scenes ripped from The Matrix and 1 probably ripped from Daredevil, seeing as how Daredevil is popular now on Netflix.
And then on top of that, she's gonna have a whole bunch of clones to act up as backup just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
Oh Lord, that's terrible though. I mean, to me, yeah,
because the basic premise of it is like they're trying to save the world. Like in the movies, the world's already, excuse my French, fucked. Umbrella has won, so who are they being evil to? Like, who are they being evil to? Like, there's nobody left to be evil to. You've won, so that's where the movies kind of like the live action movies don't make any sense because in the games, there's still a lot of humanity around. These are like isolated incidents. In the movies, they pretty much took over. And I'm like, dude, I just don't understand the purpose of them being evil. I don't understand the purpose of Umbrella at that point.
I don't know. They've become the Blofeld of villainy.
Basically. Yeah. Basically. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Now, as far as horrible movies are concerned, I will see your Spider-Man 3 and raise you Superman Returns.
Oh man, but come on, you gotta admit, dude sat up there and channeled.
Okay, you know what? No,
he channeled a little bit of Christopher Reeve there.
He did, but that does not excuse that plot.
Oh Lord,
or the severe wasting of Kevin Spacey.
Oh Lord,
I would take your Superman Returns, and I will raise you the new Fantastic Four.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That's a really good one, and it got nothing to do about the ethnic change of the storms.
No,
I hate it when people try to use that as an excuse. Look, to me, it's no different than when people try to excuse what happened with Ghostbusters. It had nothing to do with the fact that it was an all-female ensemble cast. It had nothing to do with it. Crap is crap. Doesn't matter.
Nope, it didn't matter. Horrible writing is horrible writing. That's pretty much how it goes. It's such a shame too, because I was sitting down like, dude, they had the perfect chance to actually like pull this off, and they just did not pull it off. Because the Fantastic Four trailer had me wanting to go see it, and then boy was I pissed off when I got out that theater. That was just horrible upon horrible. Now, as far as because you know what? Let me do this because all of us were around when we had the Halloween specials back when we were little.
Yeah.
The Charlie Browns, the Garfields, the He-Mans. Even though I didn't really like the He-Man ones, they were kind of stupid. But favorite Halloween special? I'm going with Garfield's Halloween special.
Favorite Halloween special?
Yeah.
I would say Shrek.
Is that the one where they did the Thriller thing?
Oh,
Where
is it Shrek that had the Halloween special that I like? I'm trying to think if that's the correct one.
because I know there's one they did where they had the whole Donkey did the whole Thriller thing. So
I think that is it. I think that is it.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's a good one. But I don't know what it is about Garfield. I just thought it was funny, especially with him talking about like when the woman tried to sniff it, tried to like skim him on the candy. He's like, "Look, lady, you either give me some more candy, or I'm gonna just come in there and tear up your drapes." And that's pretty much how that went. That's how the evening went. The funness of those times, I have to say.
I say anything Peanuts related.
Oh, the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah.
They did line that. My boy line is so wrong in that damn special.
Oh Lord. What about the Robot Chicken version?
That was just evil. I will say this though, I do like the Robot Chicken specials because they make you see stuff in a different light, and they kind of mess it up for you too at the same time. Star Wars, anybody?
Oh Lord, Star Wars.
I mean, that's pretty much how that went.
Pod Mame, Panda Bear.
Yeah. Pretty much had the Emperor pretty much just trolling Darth the whole time.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was funny.
Well, I got one I think was pretty funny, whatever. The Cleveland Show. How he dressed up as like a flapjack, and then the daughter dressed up as a whore.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. He said, "You're not going outside dressed like no damn buttery flapjack." Oh man, I miss that show so much already. But they put it back in the Family Guy, so
yeah, they worked it back in, which actually kind of made a little bit of sense. But yeah, they had 4 seasons, so hey.
You mean of the Clevelands?
The Cleveland Show, we had 4 seasons.
Okay, but one thing I can say we hadn't had in a while. We only got a few. We got a couple recently, but typically we don't get them. But Halloween themed movies like Hotel Transylvania, I love that movie.
Yeah, I like the first one.
Even though it's not necessarily about Halloween, but it's still like a Halloween themed. The last one I can think of is like what? Well, kinda The Nightmare Before Christmas, in a sense.
Yeah. I wonder why they ever stopped doing that.
Well, how is Tim Burton doing nowadays?
Oh, wait a minute. I got a good horror movie for you. The Beauty Shop movies.
Shut up. He said I got a good movie of the Beauty Shop movies.
Wow.
Did you see the acting in that?
You just lost like 100 subs, dude.
You're so wrong.
Come on, man. Come on, you are right.
Dude,
that's like not expecting a religious message in a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah, seriously.
True. It's true. I can't argue with that.
Okay.
Wow.
And don't get me wrong, I like Tyler Perry. But here I'm one of the weird guys that like Tyler Perry but can't stand Madea.
See, I don't like Tyler Perry. I can deal with Madea. I'll be waiting for her next scene half time. I'm like, man, can this movie get back to Madea so I can actually laugh? Somebody.
I find Madea funny, but she's irritating as I don't know what.
Yeah, that's true.
At least I get the accent though.
Yeah.
The country accent they gave her, I get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, let me see what else. What's another horrible movie? Oh, West Side Story. Natalie Wood as a Puerto Rican. Yeah, that's horrifying.
Oh Lord.
Dude, I forgot about that. I forgot they did that. Back then, man, it's
don't-
like
don't-
dude, I think they actually did that. I don't know why they did that back then, man. That's just like
They were trolling us. That's what it was.
yeah. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, that was like they actually had Rita Moreno do a terrible accent. Chick was from the island. They made her have a terrible accent. How you gonna do that? Oh,
I guess when you're writing the check.
oh Lord, that could have been a career destroyer right there.
Yeah. Because that was just. Well, then again, I never did like West Side Story to begin with, but yeah.
My wife loves it to death, and she's like, "You're always criticizing my movie," and I'm like, "You don't get it. I don't like it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's like looking like okay, it's offensive on so many levels."
Oh yeah. Yeah. Kind of hard to defend it too.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about it, it's really it's kind of like trying to defend. Well, no, I can't say that because you know some people get they're very sensitive about their Star Wars movies.
The prequels.
Dude, it's funny how people get mad at those, but they still agree with you.
Dude, let me tell you something. The prequels were terrible. I'm sorry. I mean,
you can tell somebody that they will agree with you and still get mad that you actually said that they were terrible. Like, but you agree with me.
they were like, so?
Yeah. Okay.
Jeez.
Oh man. Which one would you think was the worst prequel of them all? I say it's the third one.
The second one.
Third one. No.
Attack of the Clones. The pacing was horrible. I'm sorry. Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman did not like each other. They didn't even like each other. I mean, they didn't even. You could tell they didn't hang after the cut or the dailies was over. They didn't hang out at all or anything because they couldn't stand each other. You could tell.
They had no chemistry
whatsoever. Now the third one, the reason why I don't get a third one, I give a third one a kind of pass is because I kind of knew what was going to happen, and they actually just went all when they did Order 66 and just went buck wild and killed everybody. That's what saved it for me, in a way. But the second one to me is just bad because of the simple fact that I couldn't buy it. I couldn't buy the love story. The pacing was off because they'd have an action scene, then they'd have like 50 minutes of me having to look at Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman look mad at each other. Mm-hmm. And then they go back to one more action scene. So I was just in there dying.
You know what the first thing that had me dying laughing? The very first time I ever seen Yoda fight.
Oh, you mean when you couldn't tell it was him?
It was unintentionally funny.
Yeah,
you could tell they were going for dramatic effect. I must look hilarious. It was looking like like a frog with a lightsaber.
Basically, yeah. I think they kind of fixed it in the third one, but yeah, in the second one, it just didn't look right at the time.
It just looked goofy.
Yeah, because and then he started moving all fast. You're like, okay, hold on, let me get this straight. You walk with a cane the entire time. You mean to tell me you're the fastest Jedi out there?
Unless he uses the Force to move around.
Yeah, but still, walks with a cane.
Could be that he's conserving the Force for a fight.
The cane is a clever disguise.
Point.
That is clever though, because if you think about it, it's like drunken monk technique.
Yeah.
It could be that.
Yeah. Could be.
Okay. Okay, I have another horrible.
We're reading way too much into this.
Yeah, we really are.
Yeah, y'all.
Horrible prequel for you guys. The Terminator series.
Oh God.
You talking about Genesis or the other one?
I would say Salvation.
Yeah. Yeah,
don't get me wrong. I thought Salvation was okay, but to me it could have been so much better. I was expecting more out of it. I really was.
I wasn't expecting more. I was just wondering
what better if they didn't reveal a whole damn plot in the trailers.
Yeah, because they really did do that. Like
it's like, dude, it's like okay. Even James Cameron's like, you know what? I kind of like where they're going with this. It's pretty good. It's like, but why don't you guys reveal the whole damn plot and twist in a trailer?
Yep. Yeah.
Like it's like watching that movie. Like I watched it a few months back. I'm sitting here thinking this would have been so much more appealing if I didn't know what the hell was going to happen. But since I knew it was going to happen just from the preview trailers, it's like, yeah, well, I just have to wait for it to happen now.
Yeah, because
I just have to wait for it to happen.
I think, well, you know what? I'm not going to try to read the minds of marketing, but yeah, whoever did that was stupid. Me personally, like the worst one that I seen out of the Terminator series was the one that came out, I think it was last year, Genesis.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, where they revealed the damn plot.
Yeah. That was just...
They revealed the whole twist and everything in the trailers. Because the first time they announced it, I'm like, well, this looking pretty good. Like, the second trailer came out, and they actually showed, like, John Connor, for those, spoiler alert, that basically the Terminator
Let me tell you
copied
something.
him.
If you saying spoiler alert on this horrible-ass movie...
Hey, look, I have to be considered, okay? I troll most of the time. I can be considered some of the time.
That's another movie that actually suffered from like two of the leads having no. Jai Courtney, I'm sorry. Until Suicide Squad, Jai Courtney pissed me off in every movie he was in.
The only thing he was good at to me that before Suicide Squad was damn, what's the name of the movie? Not the movie, Spartacus.
Oh yeah.
Character, he was pretty good.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, he had everything else is like, dude, you suck.
I mean, he was in Jack Reacher. He did an okay job in that. The first Jack Reacher. Oh, another movie that where the sequels kind of went downhill, but not too bad. The Die Hard series. That last one
Lord, killing a helicopter with a car.
I'm sorry. And one of the reviewers, they summed it up perfectly. I didn't believe it until I saw it. It starts. It's like someone put in the invincibility code and ran with it.
Basically, man, that one they should have stopped. Like I did, like Live Free or Die Hard. That one was
Die Hard
okay.
was the last good one, man.
Yeah, that one was okay, but I was like, okay, y'all need to stop this because Bruce, there ain't no way in the world he's surviving all of this. He can survive this again. And they want to do it again.
Dude, I got a feeling that the next time they're going to do a Die Hard, he's going to do product placement for Ben Gay.
He's going to have
Shut
to.
Up.
Aspercream. Or Aspercream.
No, because at this point...
Don't forget to throw in the Geritol.
Hold on. Didn't Jai Courtney play his son in the last one?
Yeah, that was in A Good Day to Die Hard or something like that.
Yeah, the last one. Yeah. That's the one that I didn't care for too much. I loved the first one, loved the second one. Even the third one was good because, I mean, Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
Even it was good. And Live Free, I have to admit, I love that one. But that last, I was like, you should have stopped to Live Free and Die Hard.
Yeah, because like I said, Live Free, I think the only thing that made me mad with Live Free was the fact that I think they kind of went overboard with it a little bit. Toward the end, especially when they were in that
jet, room. Oh no! Well, yeah. I think it was overboard with the whole, jet and the diesel on the bridge.
Yeah, that too.
Highway. It's like, dude, like, okay, I don't think it would be this crucial, but
yeah. And he ain't surviving that. I'm sorry, he's not surviving that. There's no way he's surviving that. I mean. Stop acting like this man can survive all this stuff. Man, the guy's damn near in his 60s. Stop acting like he can survive everything.
And another franchise that went downhill with the sequels, but it's still not as bad. The first one was great to me, even though the story kind of, was But Expendables.
I got one that's going to seriously piss some people off that are purists.
Oh shit.
Some of the original Toho Godzilla movies.
Yep, you just pissed off people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let's be honest. That one movie where he sits up here and drags his body across while on his tail, perfectly balanced to do a kick, was a bit much.
Dude, man, he was learning Tai Chi.
Shut up.
He was learning Tai Chi, man.
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
I will say this though, I know a lot of people didn't like the one that came out like 2 years ago, the one with where Bryan Cranston pretty much died.
That one pissed me off because Bryan Cranston died.
Yeah, I did not see that twist coming, but I did like how Godzilla did go straight up Ike on that female.
Oh Lord!
He straight opened her mouth and like, I'm like, dude, bruh.
Oh Lord!
Like that was not necessary. If you mean to tell me you could have did that from the first beginning of the movie.
Oh Lord, that right there is just terrible.
But you did have to love Ken Watanabe in that whole let them fight because I think everybody was using that year.
If that didn't become a meme, it should have.
Yeah. But I liked that movie a little bit, but like I understand like why everybody was pissed at it. But yeah, Bryan Cranston should not have died in like the first 15 minutes of that movie, seeing as how he was in every trailer throughout the whole trailers. And he died in 15 minutes.
Time to address the elephant in the room. It's been a week.
What?
And this was actually something that was pulled off well. That's going to piss a lot of people off. I'm going to say something just to say it, just to see who gets mad. Glenn died well.
Oh, I was laughing.
Shoot. No, he died well. He died well. Let's just be honest. It was about time. They've been teasing it for a while. They've been teasing it for too long, especially when they have them cannibals over here, have him over the trough with the baseball bat.
Yep. And
when he was at the well. And the dumpster scene, especially, they trolled us with the dumpster scene. We were old to death.
That's why I was laughing. I'm like, oh, he gone. I knew when it was gonna happen. I'm like, oh, he gone.
As soon as I saw that eye, it was done. That was a wrap.
Now, the funny thing about it was people were getting mad, but I'm like, didn't y'all expect him to die? I'm like, he was one of the ones everybody was expecting to get it.
Exactly. And the thing is, his death in the comic book was iconic because that's a turnaround.
Yeah, because it was jacked up.
Oh, by the way, spoiler alert.
I will say this though. The way Abraham went out was actually boss.
Oh yeah.
Abraham went out like a G.
That comment though.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what, Abraham? Yeah, you went out cool, dude.
You know they got a T-shirt like that now?
It was only a matter of time.
Suck my nuts.
Yeah, they got the T-shirt.
It was only a matter of time, dude.
Yo, I'm gonna miss Abraham and his smart ass comments.
Yeah, so that was actually wrong. The only thing though, man, I'm kind of like the only reason why I tuned back into Walking Dead this season is for one reason and one reason only, and its name is Shiva.
Oh,
so I want my tiger.
Well, we already know Ezekiel's gonna bite it. There's no way they're gonna have a guy that's badass around that long.
Dude, man, just wait till Black History Month. That's when they normally do it.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Am I lying?
No.
All right.
Oh my God.
He'll be dead in Black History Month. And then the executive producer will be like, well, we didn't know that we were gonna come back this late. Really?
Oh Lord.
Really, bro?
Oh boy.
Think about it. Every time a major black character dies, it was when?
Oh Lord.
Black History Month.
Okay. Okay.
They had to die with honor.
Dude, there wasn't nothing honorable about Tyrese dying.
Dude, Tyrese died in a jacked up way. You gotta admit, that was just
honorable about that. And then everybody hates Chris. Well, every zombie hates Chris.
No, it's everybody ate Chris.
That too.
Everybody ate Chris.
Oh boy.
Which actually, I actually like that actor, man. He's actually a good actor. I kind of felt bad for him when he was on Walking. I was like, because I knew they was gonna kill him. When he showed him, like, bro, you ain't gonna make it out this series.
No. On top of that, he was getting close to hooking up with Beth. They kill off Beth, then they kill him off.
Yeah.
Yo, that's just man. That director straight up blocking.
Yeah. They should have kind of blocking. But that being said, since we are on the subject of The Walking Dead, can somebody find Rick's nuts and give it back to him?
Oh my God, yeah. He's broken. Tonight I'm gonna watch him totally be under the thumb of me.
Because I was waiting, because there was one point I thought they was gonna do something a little bit different and have like Michonne like just go berserk, but they didn't do it.
Yeah,
because it was looking like for a moment that she was like, especially after they did in Glenn. Which, once again, I laughed heartily at. I was like, okay, somebody's gonna get up, either her or Maggie's gonna get up and just straight do something and straight wreck shit, but nah, nothing happened.
Well, Daryl happened.
Yeah, Daryl.
And it was because of Daryl that happened.
Yeah, it was because of Daryl that happened.
Yes, it was Daryl's fault. All you ladies out there that sit up here and think it wasn't Daryl's fault that Glenn died, something's wrong with you.
Man, that's because they love. That's because they in love with Norman Reedus.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, they will forgive that man for everything.
I don't know, man. This one was pretty bad.
Well, I mean, he told him the next person act up.
I mean, you killed somebody off that was over there basically around the first episode.
Yeah,
that's bad. That's bad.
He was in the first episode.
Yeah, he was a voice.
Yeah, that is right. Man, it's been 7 years.
Mm-hmm. Dude, when I was watching Talking Dead and somebody was like, I grew up watching the show, I was like, damn, it's been 7 years.
Yeah, it really has been 7 years. Crap. That and Game of Thrones. Right. Even though I had to give the edge to Game of Thrones, they know how to clear out salary space.
Oh God. I'd be scared to go to any wedding in that world.
Oh, dude, they invite you to a wedding, just don't go.
Yo, I'll send a gift. I'll send a gift.
Yeah, like hey, look, man, I'm sending my stuff, but they requested that you come. Tell them I'm busy. You know?
I'm at work.
Yeah, well, tell them I couldn't get off. I mean, damn, dude.
Somebody that couldn't get off at Game of Thrones. Okay, then.
Yeah. Like weddings in that place, or in Cersei's case, trials, and she doesn't show up.
Oh Lord, I tell you what, man, that's just some craziness right there, though.
But the thing about Game of Thrones, they do that every season when they need to clear out cast members.
What do you think of the reveal of Hodor?
You know what? I know a lot of people like that scene. I just thought it was bland.
It was all right.
It wasn't even all that serious to me. I mean, like he went out like a G. I mean, what else you want to go out as? At least he didn't get dead like the nun got dead. You get wine boarded, and then whatever it was that the Mountain 2.0 did. Which I'm so glad they didn't show. Because, you know, Game of Thrones has this thing about showing stuff that you really don't want to see.
Oh, wow.
Called shock factor.
Well, no, I think because they got in trouble with the whole last season, the season before with Stannis, when they killed Stannis' daughter, people gave him so much hell for that. They stopped. They just like, you know what, we can't do that no more.
But you know, if the male character died the same way, nobody would be mad, right?
No. If it was a kid, I think they would have been mad. I think because you gotta remember it was a little girl, so I think if it was like a little kid, they would have got mad. Now, if it was a dude, hell no, they would have laughed.
No, that's what I'm saying. If it was just like a straight up dude, everybody it would have been like water off everybody's back. They wouldn't have given a crap.
But I think like the reason why was because it was a child as well. It wasn't just because like it was a girl. It was because it was a child, and the child got burned alive, which was actually, and they didn't have to show it because I thought they were gonna show it off screen, and they just was like, no, we're gonna show this. We're gonna let y'all see this. You're gonna see her. You're gonna watch her scream.
But to that,
hold on.
All right, hold on a second. I'll be right back. My wife's over here yelling.
Okay.
All right.
But to that note, though, back in the day, it's not like it was all cuddles and hugs and crap.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was like one of the main reasons why people were like, you know, complaining when people started complaining about that. That's one of the whole reasons why people started complaining. Now I will say this, I kind of agree and kind of don't with both sides of it. just because I'm like, I understand what time period they kind of going for, but I also understand that you don't have to show every damn thing.
Like that is something that they could have put off screen and just let you hear like the screams and stuff. But
yeah, and it still would have had to me, it would have had a better effect because that's when you don't see it but you hear it, stays in your mind more.
Yeah, it does.
When you see it, you're like, okay, I can get over this like pretty quickly.
I hate to bring this off topic, but for those not in the know, Target is doing their buy two get one free sale again for all their games.
They try and make everybody broke before Black Friday.
Of course.
Well, don't work on me. I'm already broke.
I hate to make it video game related, but I had to mention that.
It actually was video game related. We just kind of like jumped off to talk about some horrible movies.
Talking about this got me wanting that Fire Emblem anime to happen.
No, I'm glad you brought up anime. Nintendo, when I'm gonna get my Star Fox?
Hey, I want Star Fox. I want a Legend of Zelda because y'all got mangas out there.
Oh yeah, good.
And I want Smash Brothers. You should have never gave me Link versus Pit.
Smash Brothers definitely, and I want that scene.
If they do Smash Brothers, they might as well do Captain N though.
No. Don't bring up that.
No.
Don't bring up that.
I'm sorry, the Green Mega Man. No.
I take that back.
Mega.
Simon Belmont from there, because Simon Belmont from there was off chain, but everybody else no.
Yeah, he was.
What we gotta do is get Konami to give Nintendo permission to throw Simon in the next Smash.
Good luck again. Man, where you guys got these pie in the sky dreams?
I'm not talking about big barbarian whiny crybaby Simon. I'm talking about classic Simon.
I heard what you said. Again, why you guys have these pie in the sky dreams?
Dude, I'm talking about Captain N, the Game Master Simon Belmont, the one that was pre-Johnny Bravo.
Oh yeah, he was off the chain.
I know what you're talking about, Jay. Come on, I watched the two different types of Captain N's.
I mean, if you get me pre-Johnny Bravo and throw him in there, I'll be fine. And just give him a whip.
Want Legend of Zelda and cartoon Link then?
No.
Why not?
Everybody knows Link is a blonde. Everybody knows.
And he doesn't say excuse me.
No, he doesn't. He just kills things and grunts every once in a while.
Whatever. Let a man say excuse me and try to save a princess.
I don't think he was trying to save the princess.
Yeah, I think
I know what he was doing. I'm trying to keep it PG, but y'all are gonna try to go negative as usual.
Well,
he was trying to.
The problem with that whole cartoon was it was blatantly in your face.
He's like, look, I don't save this chick 4 times, and only in Zelda 2 do I get. Only in Zelda 2.
All Link was trying to do was bestow a blessing on Zelda.
I ain't even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there with you. Whatever.
How do you bestow a blessing on a goddess?
I can think of a couple ways.
You look at you guys again. This is after night. This is after cast now. Holy crap!
No, I just said I could think of a couple ways. I didn't say what the ways were.
Oh, okay.
We can read your mind, Jay. We can read your thoughts are that permeate, man.
They are not. I would never.
I still say that instead of having the villager catch all projectiles and everything, they should have had Marina from Mischief Makers do that.
Hey, I'm down with Mischief Makers.
I want another Mischief Makers game to be made.
I don't even know why
Shake.
I don't even know why y'all hating. Y'all know y'all want a Travis touchdown in there.
Well, speak of shake.
Oh my God, y'all wrong.
Together, let's see how they interact.
Yeah. So since we're talking about things that obviously are going to have to deal with innuendo if you use them, Nintendo Switch. I never got a chance to talk about it. I don't know how it went last week with you and the doctor and.
The Switch. Well, I just pretty much said the very important thing that wasn't a reveal. That was a teaser trailer.
Yeah.
Yep.
You need to start trying to look so much into it.
People still looking into it.
I mean, I just read one article that it was obviously clickbait because I guess he needed to get some hits on his blog or something. But
of course,
I'm sitting here and I'm like, dude, why are y'all acting like that was the reveal? People are actually acting like that.
I mean,
was the reveal.
well, they show you what the console looks like.
Yeah,
that's
all it did.
Yeah,
it was a teaser trailer. I mean, dude,
that was just concept.
Well, I just had a very popular YouTuber tell me that there will be no eDRAM in this console simply because Resonance no longer has a contract with Nintendo, and I'm like, they didn't invent eDRAM though, and that's not exclusive to them. So, what are you talking about?
Well, first of all, he don't know because
nobody knows. Nobody's talking the specs of the console.
People are, and they're
no. They are, but Nintendo hasn't.
Yeah, and they're like, oh well. And here's the other thing: the only people that said anything was the director of Nvidia. So,
yeah. And the thing that killed me about it, because we talked about this last night on my off-air cast, like everybody, it says so on the video's page itself, the OS system is custom. So,
and they always are.
So why you guys still trying to go with the x86 and all this? Why? It says so on NVIDIA's website itself.
Yeah.
I go on these diatribes all the time, and people are still trying to say, well, it's Tegra based, so therefore the performance is going to be that of the Tegra 1. Like, what? Okay, we don't even know
arguments with these people. I'm like, dude, if the thing is custom, unless they tell you, you're not going to know.
Here's the other thing: Nintendo is a very big fan of fixed function hardware. So even if it's fully programmable somewhere else, they've got some fixed function shit somewhere else to help do stuff real fast. So you can't sit here and say that, oh well, it only has 500 titty flops of GDDR5 or whatever. I'm like, so you try to use that arbitrary thing. First of all shaders aren't the same. All teraflops aren't the same because they handle them in different ways. Thus the whole big backlash with, the whole PS4 Pro thing saying, hey, we can do half flops or whatever, basically saying that you can do a 16-bit float, a 16 byte float instead of a 32. So I mean, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, if you use all those flops to do something like, say, I don't know, custom shading or any other type of custom cell shading or anything like that, if Nintendo has wrote fixed function hardware to do just that one thing, it basically gets it for free. So those type of things you don't know until you sit down in front of the system. So how can you sit there and try to do math on something you don't have all the math on, and then you try to draw these comparisons? I'm like, man,
it's called being on YouTube,
bruh.
That's what it's called. It's called being on YouTube.
Shadow. I need you to understand. All right, some people, they just want to get the pimp cake from Star Wars Rogue One. That's all they want.
Hey, you know what, Jay, you're right, because Jay, I wasn't on the podcast last week because I was in Orlando, but we talked before the cast went on, and he had to talk me back a little bit because, again, people just doing it as it's called YouTube, because I did a video about what people do, but then people act about the third party stuff. I'm like, really? You guys gonna repeat history again? It's listening to crap.
Yeah. There's a couple of educated assumptions you can make. There's going to be game cards because you saw the game card slot. Nintendo wanted you to see that.
Yeah.
The GPU is probably going to have Pascal architecture because the director of NVIDIA basically said it's going to be the latest one. So you can kind of go with that. As far as what strength that will be, nobody knows, but the architecture will be new. Yeah. So as far as that goes, we don't know what is in there or not. And as far as I know, everything going forward from the new architecture that NVIDIA is using HBM. And HBM is a form of eDRAM that's stacked on top of each other. So it's very possible that could be there. Or it's very possible that it could be partially Tegra and have the old, shader cores with unified memory. Nobody knows that.
I'll say this. I'll say to this now. Again, even though to the tech spec that this Shadow is talking about, all this stuff is good for the people who knows how to make all these pieces of like a pots, the fry pans. It's good to the people like Nintendo to make their recipe, and that's it. Okay?
There's no point in making your entire account about those type of assumptions. There's no point. Because you don't know.
But people do. And then, but again, goes to what you said. But then the things that we do know, they basically overmark that. Like I said, but like I said, I can't. That's why I did my super LVC about the third parties when people was talking that stuff. Like, what makes you think this is gonna? I have three consoles of third parties doing horrible stuff. All I'm asking simply, and it's simply just make the games. You got to do nothing more, nothing less. Just make the game. You see, you're gonna make them. Make them. That's it.
I'm in a dilemma though, because for almost the third console in a row, I'm gonna buy Zelda twice. So the two copies of Breath of the Wild, bought 2 copies of Twilight Princess.
You're better man than me.
Yeah, but you like so the Twilight Princess thing got sick real quick. Like within a year, you weren't able to buy that shit for less than $100. So I don't want to be stuck in that same scenario, and I'm trying to bootleg collect just like Mr. T is doing for this console. So I want to get as many as I can. I'm not gonna do stupid junk like go out and try to find Rodea the Sky Soldier and all this. I can't. Some of that stuff I'm not gonna be able to get.
Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah, like
you can. What are you talking about? I mean, they got places you could still get Rodea the Sky Soldier.
No, I'm saying don't get it because it sucks.
It's not.
Well, the whole point is that you buy the Wii U version because it has the Wii version in there, so you play the Wii version, but you also have a disc-based version of the Wii U version, so you can say you have that game for Wii U. And that's part of the collection, which is just
okay.
It gets real dumb.
If you're going that way, okay. If you're going that way, okay. It's not bad, Jay. Whatever.
It's kind of hard, and then I feel screwed because there are some games I bought digitally because they were cheaper at the time. So, and then when Nintendo was doing the whole promotion thing or whatever, so you essentially get a game free. So I did stupid stuff like Tropical Freeze I bought digitally, 3D World I bought digitally, that kind of stuff. Pikmin I bought digitally, and Pikmin 3 right now you could probably sell that for a pretty penny now. Because they're not printing them anymore. So
no, they are. Yeah, they are.
They are.
3. It's
you found some copies?
It's a select.
It's a select.
Select though. Yeah. But the original joint is probably hard to find at this point.
Yeah, but it made no difference. I mean, unless what you want, not to have the red border around it. That's how particular you are.
I mean, that's what some people are. That's what some people are, man. I don't,
Hey, it's the same game, just have a red border around it. I don't care. It's $19. What the hell?
Yeah.
I'm not that particular. Sorry.
Some people are. They're like really
Bayonetta
first run.
Are you not a collector?
Bayonetta now, I could see the dual pack Bayonetta. That's cost pretty penny. I could see that.
Yeah.
That's a
I have that.
I have physical and
I got physical and digital. Yeah.
Exactly.
Xenoblade too. I got 2 copies of Xenoblade.
Well, I had 3, and I gave 1 away in my contest. So yeah,
I'm keeping both now. A game like that needs to come to the Switch though. I think like any massively, I won't say massively multiplayer, but anything that's like open world, should come to Switch. Simply because you have more time to devote.
Got you. I'll say this I said it on my channel. I said it to Nintendo fans out there. Don't be surprised. There's gonna be a bunch of remasters coming out. So when you were talking that crap, there's gonna be some remasters coming to some Switch. Just letting you know in the future.
Man, I'll play through Grand Theft Auto again. I'll play through Fallout. All kinds of games like
remastered.
that. But you get what I'm saying? Like those type of games, like I will play whether it's a sequel or whatever. I will play those type of games simply because
so hilarious.
I don't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying? I can actually play it in the living room while everybody else is watching TV.
Again, you got your hopes very high, and I would think you would, but go right ahead.
Oh no! I'm just saying if that happened, I'm perfectly fine with another Lego City on the cover. It's whatever.
I'm gonna laugh so hard when I see all these videos talking about how stupid they are for doing remasters. This is gonna be so funny. But
no, but they're gonna be
buying them.
Yeah, but they're gonna be remasters for Wii U games. That's what I was talking about, like Nintendo's first party.
Like I said, I'm gonna sit back, get me some popcorn, and just watch my YouTube feed blow up.
And watch them sell millions of copies. And these are the same people that complained that the Wii U had no games.
Yep. Well, people, it is 8:00, so y'all know what that means. You got to get out of here because got to let people get ready for Walking Dead. That being said,
damn right.
I'm going to end this personally by just saying if Barb shows up in Stranger Things season 2, she is the bad guy. All right. Shadow Fox. Anything you can think about?
Yep, all you people that watch my live stream, thank you. It is completely broken as hell, but you know, whatever. I'll fix it later on. And everybody that hated on it, you can meet Lucille with a bunch of barbed wire wrapped around her if you want to. And yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about that. Aim high, go Falcons, all the other kind of crazy stuff. Yeah.
All right, Liger.
Basically, on my channel, I got some stuff coming up, but it's not game related, so I'll leave it at that. So again, so if I offend people, I'm sorry, but I really don't give a damn. But the gaming wise, I did talk about. I got my, just like Shadow has his video about the Switch. I had mine when I flew down to Orlando, and then I also have my LBC and what the F with third parties, because just break it down, because people just, it's in the phrasing itself of what these third party, including Bethesda, did, and nobody's talking about that. They're talking more about Bethesda's review thing, but it's what it is.
All right, feel good.
All right, glad to be here. Good podcast. Be sure to check out the 2 recently released videos I did. One was, well, the most recent one was about gamer patience. And the OGL will be going on later on tonight within sort of the next hour or so. So be sure to be there for that. And as I always say, keep it gaming.
All right, and Quan.
Yeah, hello, goodbye, whatever's clever.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, peeps, that's gonna do it for us for this week. We'll be back next Sunday at 7.
Okay. One more thing though. When are you gonna all get together and practice for the Splatoon tournament, man?
I was practicing tonight, but I'll talk to you after that's over with.
All right, man. And you need to come to the OGA. I want to say that publicly. You running?
No, you ain't.
Oh, I'm calling you out. Oh,
you ain't gonna call him out on a night where you got watching Walking Dead now.
He's not ready. His pyrotechnics for the stage are not ready.
I'm sorry, what?
You gotta run it for the OGL, man. I'm just saying, put this out there.
I'll talk to you afterwards. That being said, hope everybody has a nice evening. We'll see you guys next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we'll see you then. Peace out.
Deuces, rise up.
Turn up, people.
Shiva for life.